to exhale, to breathe, to connect with the breath. And after a few of these nice, long, loud exhales, you might want to drop into a more regulated breath to start. Just a way of breathing that helps to bring some sense of balance and regulation to the nervous system. Very simply inhaling to the count of 4 and breathing in through your nose to the count of 4, holding that breath for a moment or two at the top. And then exhaling through the mouth, but this time pursing your mouth, almost like you're drinking through a straw, but this time you're exhaling through those pursed lips. And as long as you can stretch that exhale out, the count of 6 or 7 even, whatever works for you. And we'll stay with that breath. Breathing in for 4, holding, and breathing out for 6. And as I'm sure we've done before, perhaps even imagining that you're breathing in through your heart, right into the center of your chest. Almost like the breath is like a beautiful wave that is coming up onto a warm, calm beach in some beautiful Caribbean island, coming up onto the beach for the inhalation, finding that moment of stillness before it begins to return back to the ocean on the exhalation. So just imagine that beautiful breath like a wave coming in right through the heart and going out right through the heart. And as you stay with that particular breath, just for a few more rounds here, Ashley, I'm going to have you imagine that the chakras on the bottoms of your feet, right around the arches of your feet, begin to open up and that you begin to send roots down into the earth through your feet. These big, extensive network, but mostly the taproot out of each foot that goes all the way down through all the layers of the earth, through all the layers of heat and pressure, all the way down into the center of the earth. And imagine there that there's a beautiful quartz crystal, much, much bigger than the one I'm sitting with, but this beautiful being that is this quartz crystal right at the center of the earth. And imagine that your roots are wrapping around this quartz crystal so that you're deeply connected, deeply grounded. You may even imagine that your feet are being pulled a little bit into the earth as your tap roots wrap around and make that connection. And letting your breath now just return to whatever rhythm feels comfortable, easy, flowing. And whatever that rhythm of breath is, I'd like you to imagine now that the energy from this beautiful crystal in the middle of the earth that can transmute all energy, anything that is discharged there simply gets transmuted back into pure crystalline light and then is recycled, recirculated as however it's needed. And so in this moment, imagine that this beautiful, pulsing light energy from this living being at the center of the earth is beginning to come up through those taproots, through the bottoms of your feet. You notice it filling your feet, moving upwards toward your toes, backwards toward your heels, until it completely fills your feet, and then begins to move upward through your ankles, up your lower legs, your calves, your shins, and everything that's in between. Moving past your knees, circulating around the joints, the muscles, the tendons, everything that's there in the knees. And then moving up into the upper leg, the long muscles of the quads and the hamstrings, and all the other long bones, muscles, tendons, fluids, nerves, in that upper part of your legs. And then that energy meets right in the pelvic bowl, right where you sit at the base of your spine, in the perineum. And as the energy begins to accumulate there, you notice that it begins to change color until it's a brilliant, vibrant red, the color of the first chakra. And that energy circulates in and around and through all of the organs, all of the anatomy that's related to that first chakra. And as it touches the physical aspects, it also interacts with the emotional and energetic aspects of this first chakra, this root chakra, this chakra connected to the earliest part of your life, to the primitive brain, to the survival parts, to the parts of yourself where you may be holding old beliefs, old fears, old survival patterns, not only from your own life, but perhaps from your lineage, from your ancestry, old, deep, ancient fear of starvation, of death, of capture, of fire. And as this beautiful, brilliant red color circulates in and around that first chakra, imagine now that it is dissolving anything old, anything that no longer serves you, anything that keeps you in any way connected to those old fears, those old survival patterns. that may have served you at one time, but are no longer serving you, are no longer necessary, and may, in fact, be limiting you from stepping into your full potential. So, for gratitude for the ways that they have protected you and gotten you to this point, we now release whatever is no longer serving you. And as you do, you notice the energy beginning to swirl and move again and change color to a beautiful deep orange as it moves up into the second chakra, the sacral chakra. In women, the sacral chakra is connected primarily to reproduction, the reproductive organs, to the womb, to the place of beginning and creativity, where all things begin their birth process, whether that be creative or whether that be an actual human. And just allow that beautiful energy, the color of a healthy, bright orange, let that energy circulate in and around and through a little higher in that pelvic area, in your womb space, just below your belly button. And just be aware of any distortions, whether it be in color or the way the energy may or may not be moving. Anything that may be coming into your awareness as we bring this energy into this sacral chakra. Again, clearing, releasing, dissolving any stuck energy, any old patterns, any belief systems, whether they be yours or your direct ancestors or from a past life. Women hold a lot of energy here from past lives. So just noticing if anything comes up for you, thanking your body for keeping you safe, for holding on to what might have kept you safe at other times, and then releasing all of that with love and appreciation. Continuing to breathe now as the energy begins to circulate further up your spinal column or the Sushumna, the energy channel of your body. Now moving up to the third chakra, just below the rib cage. As the energy turns to a brilliant yellow, like the beautiful sun that's shining today. And this third chakra holds the energy of power, personal power, integrity, justice, standing up for oneself, equality, balance, standing in your true sovereignty, knowing your own power. And once again, just noticing whatever may be coming into your awareness. And if there's nothing coming up, that's fine too. Just trust that the energy and the wisdom of the energy is doing whatever it needs to do, with or without your awareness of it. releasing, dissolving, letting go of any imbalances. I'm seeing in my mind's eye a picture of the scales, like the symbol for my birth sign, which is Libra. And this center really is all about balance, the balance of power, the power of standing in your own sovereignty, and the imbalance of power being used inappropriately to manipulate or have power over. So just allowing that beautiful yellow energy to circulate in and around this third chakra and all the organs that are connected with it. As it begins to travel upward once again, and take rest in the area of your heart, right in the center of your chest, your physical heart, and just above the physical heart, your high heart. So we often see the color sometimes of the heart is represented as green, but other times as pink. And I think of the physical heart as green and the high heart as pink. But however you imagine it, just allow the color that feels most appropriate to you to begin to circulate in and around the fourth chakra of the heart, having to do with all things love and all things not love. So here we process love and loss, grief, loss for ourselves, our loved ones. Once again, particularly for women who are sentient and empathic, we may carry a lot of energy in the heart chakra that is not necessarily ours. And this chakra includes not only the physical heart, but also the lungs. So when people have lung issues, that's usually related to grief, the breasts, and the arms, because the arms can enfold and hold people in love. And so we want to clear all of those organs, places in the body related to this fourth chakra, allowing that energy to move, just gently dissolving, breaking up, dissipating anything that's being held in that chakra that's no longer serving us. Always remembering to be in gratitude and appreciation for how it may have served us or our family or ancestors in earlier times, or perhaps even yourself, energy that's carried through from a past life. Just allowing all of that to be released now. As the energy moves up into the throat to the fifth chakra, the chakra of the throat, a beautiful blue, however you imagine that, beautiful blue energy moving in and around your throat, your thyroid, your larynx. Once again, just releasing, dissolving, dispersing anything that may have kept you from speaking your truth. The fifth chakra, the throat chakra, is about speaking your truth, but also speaking your truth with love and authenticity and integrity. The fifth chakra of the throat is also connected to the second chakra, the sacral chakra, because our creations come up and are spoken out into the world through our voice, through our frequency. And so those two chakras are very connected to each other. And if there are blockages in either one, it may keep us from bringing our gifts fully into the world. So again, we allow this beautiful healing energy from this beautiful quartz crystal that's moving up through our body, circulating around now in the throat in this beautiful blue frequency. You just clear away any blockages, any patterns, any programs, anything that no longer serves us and is ready to be released so that you can stand in your truth and speak that truth with grace and love. Now imagining this beautiful energy moving back up through your channel up to the sixth chakra, the pineal gland, the third eye, with its beautiful deep violet color. The pineal really being the center of our connection to our inner knowing, to our intuition, to being able to see or sense or hear or feel without the physical senses. This little pine cone shaped gland that sits sort of center, but a little bit toward the back of the head. Just imagining this beautiful violet color circulating around the pineal, maybe even coming forward to that area of the third eye on your forehead, between above and between your eyebrows, noticing that energy circulating all around this area, clearing any calcification from the pineal gland. There are certain things in the foods that we eat, maybe even in the fluoride in our food or toothpaste or what we drink that can calcify that pineal gland so that it's not as available to us as a tool to be able to see clearly into our own intuition and perhaps even other realms. So just clearing any debris away from that sixth chakra, the pineal, the third eye. And then allowing that energy to take a very short journey up to your crown, where it goes back to that beautiful sort of golden white color at the top of your head. Opening the crown now, letting the energy circulate there. This place that is your connection to the divine, this place that is actually open when we're children before the bones in our skull close together, where we still remember our connection to spirit. So opening that seventh chakra, the crown chakra, inviting that beautiful golden white energy to circulate and clearing anything that may be obstructing your connection to spirit. Again, any old patterns, any old fears, religious dogma, memories from past lives, anything suffered by ancestors as a result of their connection or beliefs around being able to connect directly to spirit. And just imagining that beautiful light going right at the top of your head, all the way up to the chakra above your head, your soul star chakra. And from there, further up to connect directly to source. And just taking a moment now to feel the flow of energy coming back down through your body from source. Beautiful golden light energy coming down through the crown chakra, through the third eye chakra, through the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacrum, and the root. And as it moves down and through, notice now that the flow of energy is going right back down through those legs, pushing out any old, dense, heavy energy, helping to just remove it, not only from the chakras, but from anywhere in your body, all of the organs, every place that each of the chakras processes the energy of, moving all the way down, right through the base of your spine, and then down each leg, all the way down through the bottom of your feet, into the earth, all the way down those deep, deep tap roots, all the way down to the beautiful diamond light crystal in the center of the earth, where in that beautiful energetic field, all and any heavy, dense energy is simply transmuted, simply returned back to neutral life force energy, and letting that process complete. And then taking a moment to intentionally close the crown chakra at the top of your head, while any remaining energy continues to move down and out through your legs and your feet. And when it seems like that has completed for you, just go ahead and close the chakras at the bottom of your feet. Disconnect from those roots, thanking the crystal, thanking the earth, thanking your body, thanking the life force energy and source for all that has been healed and cleared, and all the new beautiful energy that has been brought into not only your chakras, but your entire physical body and your field, your mental body, your emotional body, and your spiritual body. Imagining that energy just like a waterfall of beautiful golden light falling all around you. And as we bring this meditation to a close, I'll just invite you to come back into your body, perhaps tapping on your arms and legs or tapping your feet on the floor, whatever you'd like to do to get that sense of being back fully contained in your body. And then perhaps doing some stretching or yawning or sounding to bring yourself back even further, feeling your seat on your seat, your feet on the floor, your back against your chair. And then whenever you're ready, allowing your eyes to float open and just taking a moment to look around, letting your eyes notice a few things in your space to bring you all the way back. And I'm going to turn the recording off so you're going to hear that little